Okay, hello everyone. I am feeling a darker, heavier energy with this reading as I start today. There's some dark goddess energy coming through, some chthonic spirits, some underworld energy coming through. You could be someone who works with dark forces, or you could have dark forces around you. And I know I've said it before, but I want to remind you that dark forces are not evil. They just deal in a different energy than light forces, right? So, yeah, there could be some dark goddesses that you're working with, or even some dark angels. Some of you could work with demons. I'm feeling that kind of energy coming through for this reading. And I don't know what they want to talk about today, but we are going to find out. Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups coming through. Someone is trying to get a message to you. Okay, this is one of your spirit guides. One of your spirit guides, like I said, of a darker energy, has been trying to get through to you. Okay, they're trying to share this message with you. Let's see what they want to say. We have the Two of Swords, but it came out reversed. Okay. Let's see what else we get. The Magician. Okay. Some of you have been... Okay. You've been resistant to this path. And I'm getting chills while I say that. It's a sign of confirmation for me. We have the Hierophant here as well. There is a very powerful dark entity that has been reaching out to you. I'm hearing Samael. Could be Hecate, could be, let me see. I don't know. It's a demonic energy or a dark goddess, an underworld spirit that has been reaching out to you. Could be Santa Morta for some of you. Okay, there is a dark energy reaching out to you. And you have been resistant to connecting with this being. It could be that you were just kind of confused. Maybe you were feeling a little bit like, why would this entity choose me? Why are they calling me? Some of you, I'm hearing it's a self-worth issue. You're thinking that there's nothing special about me, so why would this entity reach out? That kind of energy. For some of you, I mean, you could have been part of a different religion previously, or maybe you just have some kind of conditioning, some kind of programming. It's okay. It's normal. Don't beat yourself up about it. But you might have something in you that is saying like, oh, I shouldn't connect with this being because they're evil, or because that's when things go wrong in people's lives. You know, you could just be scared. You could just be intimidated. I'm hearing for some of you, you're afraid of your own power. So you are afraid to connect with this being because this being is offering you ultimate power. Okay. Now, there is something in your life that you have been wanting to change. Okay. I don't know what it is, if it's your health, if it's your money situation, your career, your relationships. I don't know. Something has been calling you, something you've been trying to manifest for years. Some of you could have worked like exclusively with angels in the past, or exclusively, oh my God, I can't speak, exclusively with like lighter beings, for example. So this darker being coming in has really intimidated you because you're not used to that kind of energy. And it's just kind of scaring you because it's so different. But what I'm hearing is that you weren't really seeing progress, growth, fulfillment, real change, either working with the beings that you were working with before, or maybe you weren't even working with beings. Maybe you were just, you know, praying to God or spirit or source in general, or to the universe in general, and you were hoping that something would change. This being has heard your call, okay? This being has heard your prayers and your petitions to the universe, and this being is answering you. This being is like, hey baby, come here. I got something for you, you know, but it's not in a bad way. And I'm getting chills while I say this. Like, it's not like this being has pure intentions with you. Okay? They want to help you. They've been watching you. They've heard your calls. They've heard your prayers. They've heard your petitions. They've witnessed your struggle. And they want to help you remove that. And they want to help you advance on your path. Okay, so that's why we've got the Magician coming through here, because this being is saying, look, if you connect with me, we do some rituals together, you form a relationship with me, we are going to change your life. Okay, so we'll keep the Hierophant here. This is a very, it's a well-known spiritual being, okay? It's a deity, it's a demon, it's a dark angel, it's something that is well-known, well-documented. Let's see. Yeah, we have the King of Swords. For some of you, this is a male entity, okay? For some of you, I am feeling like Hecate energy. Yeah, look, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is a sign of dark goddess. This is a sign of dark gods or male entities, masculine entities, feminine entities, masculine. Okay, so we've got both coming through here. Some of you, it could be Lilith as well. Let's see. I keep hearing Belial also for some of you. All right, let's see. So what would you like to share with this person? We have nothing as yet set in stone. Okay, so some of you have known. Some of you have been receiving the signs, and you know who this being is that's contacting you. Okay, but you have just been on the fence, and they want you to know that they understand. They do understand why you've been on the fence. Because this is completely out of, what you've done before. That's what I'm hearing. Or maybe for some of you, maybe you've already known about this being, you felt drawn to them, you've wanted to work with them, but maybe you've been afraid of witchcraft itself, or of doing rituals with this being, or of committing yourself to this being, right? So you've been kind of holding yourself back. Nothing is set in stone, but some of you are very much aware that this being is around you and communicating with you. They could be communicating with you through your dreams. It could be tarot readings. It could be readings that you're doing on your own at home. It could be that you keep seeing signs of them places on social media. You could be seeing other people talking about them. You could be seeing books about them, things like that. Their names could show up in movies or something like that, TV. So you've been repeatedly getting these signs. I'm going to say maybe about 6 months even. Like this being has been consistently showing up for you. Now, Hierophant is also a sign of Taurus season, which Taurus season just began. So this could be symbolizing that you and this entity are going to get closer in Taurus season. And you may be able to see some shifts already take place in your world once you make that initial contact. So we do have communication is key coming through here. Okay, and it says new moon in Gemini. So that will be later in the month of May, or maybe even in June. I'm not sure when the new moon in Gemini is, but that'll be Gemini season. So you may make that initial contact now that it's Taurus season, and then you may really get the ball rolling or get things going with them in Gemini season. I've worked with a lot of different entities myself. My advice to you is to research them. Read as much about them as you can. Honestly, I love going to Reddit. I love just typing in, for example, how to work with the goddess Hecate, and see what comes up on Reddit. That's a great place to read other people's experiences. It depends on who's calling you. You've got to look up the name of whoever's calling you, of course. But yes, definitely read as much as you can. Read books about them. Research them on social media. Research them, see what other people are saying about them. Get on YouTube, try to find a meditation with this being. There's lots of meditations for different spiritual beings, listen to a meditation, try and connect with their energy, make some light offerings. Wine is usually acceptable for most entities. But in your research, find out what this entity likes and try to make an offering to them, try to make that initial contact. All you have to do is pull some cards or meditate and just be open to their messages for you. Now, you don't have to, enter a committed relationship with an entity, right? If you connect with them and you're not feeling it, you can say, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling this. Thank you for, your time. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for your interest in me, but I'm just not feeling aligned with this right now. I hope you understand. I won't be working with you. You can always say something like that. But if you do decide to move forward with them, you should make the effort to try and connect with them often throughout your week. Make offerings a number of times. Set aside some time for automatic writing, for divination, for doing rituals with them, for meditating with them. It's a relationship that is formed. It's similar to having a relationship with a human. You've got to make the time for them. So that could be something that maybe you were just feeling a little overwhelmed. Maybe you're feeling like, you don't have time to connect every week or every day and that's why this communication and key card is also coming through here. Let the entity know, hey, I really only have time to connect with you on my day off. It's every Thursday, I'll see you on Thursday. Just communicate with them. They are willing to listen, and it takes time to build a relationship. That's the same way for humans, between human and human. It takes time to build a solid relationship. So, I feel like you might be getting a little too far ahead of yourself. You don't need to worry. And sometimes, honestly, entities will come through because they want to help you with one thing. You might not even be entering a relationship with an entity that will last the rest of your life or even a year. It could just be a few months. They might just want to teach you something. They might just want to help you overcome some kind of situation or obstacle in your life. They may just want to help you shift out of something. And then once that's complete, they might move along. So make that communication. Find out what they want to help you with. There's some great spreads on Pinterest for communicating with deities and spirits. Tarot spreads, I would recommend looking those up. Yeah, let's see what else comes through for our final message here, please, Spirit. Yeah, we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. See, this entity is confirming to you they want to help you overcome a tough cycle. It says full moon in Capricorn. So that is in Cancer season. So over the next few months, between now and Cancer season, this being is trying to help you overcome something. You may end up building a relationship with them that lasts many, many years, or they may just be a part of your journey for a few months. Remain open, and keep that line of communication open. But you have to make the decision here to allow this entity to help you. That's why we're getting this nothing is yet set in stone. You have to make that contact. You have to say, okay, what would you like to help me with? What can we do? Be very grateful. Be very grateful. Show them respect and everything will go fine. And then just listen to the guidance that they are giving you to overcome your situation and all will be well. Okay, so if you needed that confirmation today, this is your confirmation. That being is indeed calling out to you. They want to help you overcome a tough cycle. They can help you do it quickly. It can be within the next few months if you choose to open your heart and energy and space to them and heed their guidance and advice.